Hey guys, Orlando here. This time I will be reviewing the new movie Glass. Glass is the long-awaited sequel of Unbreakable and the most recently Split, starring Bruce Willis, James McAvoy, and Samuel L. Jackson. And I knew from the poster that I was going to be getting into something that I wasn't expecting, considering the fact that this movie is called Glass, which is Samuel L. Jackson's character's name, and it was the last name on the poster. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. The movie opens up with David Dunn, reprised by Bruce Willis, and he's trying to track down the Beast from Split. I like how they establish that he's like this longtime like vigilante of Philadelphia, which I think is really cool and interesting that they have like this guardian watching over them at all times. Eventually, he finds the Beast, and they have this huge fucking fight, which is actually really cool to see, finally. Just these two different types of characters just fighting each other. Because it's not like other superhero movies where it's like they're flying around and they're fucking lasers. It's just, this movie is literally just people just straight up fucking punching each other. And as you know from trailers, they both ended up going into a mental institution, which I thought was the best part of the movie. Don't get me wrong, this movie is really slow. The first half drags on, you know? But I really enjoy the scenes when they're inside the mental institution. And the new character they added in, the doctor, I forget her name. She's really fucking good at her role. Like, I love what her character was there to do, basically give real life explanations as to why these people are not superheroes. And I like that a lot. It made these guys, these supernatural guys, question whether or not are they just crazy or are they really like superpowered beings. And I really like that aspect, especially with James McAvoy's character. James McAvoy is once again the fucking star of this show. He by far has the most fucking screen time in this movie. It's amazing seeing him switch through different personalities, having those personalities like conflict with each other, whether or not thinking it's this Beast even like really a beast. Is he even a monster? Is he just a really strong man that we've given this status to because we don't know what else to attribute it to? I really appreciated her character being in the movie, shedding this more realistic light upon these characters. Even me watching in the theater, when she was explaining to them like, oh, maybe you were thinking this way, and then you saw him walking down the street with this thing happening, and then you put one and one together, and then maybe you jump to that conclusion from there. Maybe you don't have the power to touch somebody and see what they're feeling, but maybe you just piece those clues together. And it had me thinking, I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I love the way that dialogue was, like how she was explaining everything ever so carefully. Like, it seems believable. It's a far stretch, but it's believable in like realistic terms. Samuel Jackson, even though he is the title character of the movie, he literally does not speak a word until like the halfway point. I'm pretty sure the first hour of the movie, he doesn't say anything, which is the easiest paycheck Sam Jackson's ever gonna fucking make. But once the movie hits about its halfway point, Sam Jackson actually starts speaking, and he starts his little plan on breaking everybody out. Well, not everybody, but him and the Beast, and he wants David Dunn to come fight them so the world can see that there are superheroes here, that there has to be more besides just these three, you know? And Sam Jackson, once again, honestly, even though Elijah Price is only in 2 movies, by far he is my favorite Sam Jackson character. I love the way his brain works. I love how fucking smart he is. Like, dude, even from watching Unbreakable, you already know how smart he is, but shit that he does in this movie, he had backup plans to the backup plans with the backup plans, and it's like, this man is just fucking, like, it's crazy how smart he is. He's a fucking madman. He's a psychopath, but I just, you gotta respect how smart he is and how much he plans shit out, you know? Now, you might have noticed that I haven't really been talking about Bruce Willis that much, because after, like, the first act, he just gets pushed aside. They forget about him. And I feel so bad because at the core, I feel like this wanted to be an Unbreakable sequel, but their most interesting character was from Split. And I felt like the movie was really conflicted in that way. I said this with Unbreakable, and I'm gonna say it again with this movie. if you're going into this movie expecting like, you know, a big light show of superheroes fighting each other like it's a fucking Marvel movie, don't watch it for that, because you're not gonna get that. This movie's a fucking slow burn. It's more of a psychological thriller with these characters questioning themselves and their abilities. Given the fact there are like what, 2 action scenes, once in the beginning and once in the end, that are both fantastic to me. I loved it. But if you're going into it thinking this is a modern day superhero movie, it's not. You're gonna be really disappointed if you're going with that mindset. However, I really did love that fight scene at the end. It did last a little bit longer than I thought it would. It lasted quite a long time compared to like other superhero battles. But I loved everything, like all the aspects about it, because it's still just regular people. They're not doing anything crazy. They're not flying around. Like, what's the most you can do? Like, lift a car up? People could lift cars up. Like, a really strong person, or if you have enough adrenaline in you, you could lift a car up. Oh yeah, sure, to us, these guys may look like fucking crazy, like superheroes. This man's over here bending steel, this one's over here flipping cars, and we got this guy in a wheelchair just fucking watching. It's still based in that realism that I love. That, oh man, I wish there were movies like this. This movie had like, I'd say about like 2 or 3 twists in it, all just back to back to back, and I was like, whoa, like that kind of overwhelmed me a bit. The first twist, I was kind of like mad about it because I kind of saw it coming. The second twist was, it was cool. It benefited the universe as a whole. It's really interesting to know about like that side of the world. And the third twist was just the way the movie ended. Like that last shot really just had me thinking. And I feel like I'm really just like on the edge right now of spoiling the movie, and I don't want to outright say what the last like shot is, but it had me thinking of why this can happen in real life. I feel like honest to God, even though I talk about this movie heavily, I've been talking about this movie pretty heavily, the dialogue was not all there. And I saw this movie twice. The second time I saw it, I honest to God was falling asleep. Well, not like completely falling asleep, but I was just like, that movie just, it's a slow movie. Especially once they get captured, it's a lot of just nothing happening. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but also the dialogue this time around was like, it's kind of just off-putting. However, I do think this movie is great to close off the trilogy with. It wasn't the Unbreakable sequel I was hoping for, because that's what they were marketing it as, to me at least. Like, I felt like it was gonna focus more on like, you know, David Dunn and stuff, but you see Bruce Willis was barely doing anything in this movie. I feel so bad. This movie works good with the whole trilogy, and I just wish Shyamalan would like come out with like a book or like some shorts. I would gladly consume anything that has to do with this universe to see like what else is possible, because I'm really interested in this universe. Overall, I give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's definitely the weakest of the bunch, and if you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean by that. Have you guys seen Glass? If you have, let me know what you think down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, because I will be posting a lot more. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.